All right, the president just wraps up another huge rally, this time in West Columbia, South Carolina, where he took on critics, he pushed his agenda, and so much more. Let's take a look.
Remember what I said. We're going to start winning again. We're winning. We're winning now. Like we haven't won before. Like we have not won before. We're winning with our military. Our military is now being built up like you wouldn't believe. We're winning with our military. We're winning on trade. We're winning on trade. We're defending our borders. Because if you don't have borders, you don't have a country. You don't have a country. No, it's happening. That's happening. Well, it's happening. It's not build that wall anymore. It's continue building that wall, because we're building it.
Let's build that wall. And by the way, we're almost a year and a half into the Trump presidency. Many on the left, this is now serious. They are totally, completely, utterly psychotic and unhinged. Now, remember, this wasn't supposed to happen. Donald Trump was never supposed to be elected by you, the people. In fact, when he was inaugurated in January of last year, remember many on the left, many Democrats melting down, lashing out with threats of violence directed at President Trump and the White House himself? Let's bring you down memory lane.
Yes, I'm angry. Yes, I am outraged. Yes, I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president? I want to clarify, I'm not an actor. I lie for a living.
Just like Donald.
However, it's been a while. And maybe it's time.
Now just imagine for a second, this was said about Obama in the early months of him becoming president. And let's not forget about Kathy Griffin's bloody severed Trump head photo shoot, Robert De Niro fantasizing about punching the president in the face and telling him to F off every other day. Here is why, let me explain why this is all happening. The left, not only, they never expected Donald Trump to win. They never thought he'd be this successful. He is a threat to everything wrong about them. His success is the left's worst nightmare. In other words, they need Donald Trump to fail if the Democrats ever want to regain power. Well, that one's their power they're hoping for. They have to pray for failure. That means you fail. That means America fails. That means the forgotten men and women will continue to be forgotten. You know, Bill Maher, probably the only honest one, he's hoping for a recession. Really? Doesn't affect him. Now, here we are, 1.5 years into the presidency of Donald Trump. What do we see? In 500 days, the economy's booming. Record unemployment rates in 14 states. We have more jobs than people on unemployment. We have literally the lowest unemployment ever recorded for African Americans, Hispanic Americans, women in the workplace. We have the highest GDP growth in over a decade. We have the lowest tax cuts, the biggest tax cut we've ever had. We've had a demolishing of burdensome regulations. We had successful negotiations so far that are ongoing with North Korea. ISIS is defeated and on the run. The Iranian stupid deal of Obama's dead. Jerusalem, promised by so many presidents, is now the capital of Israel, and so much more. With each success, the Democrats' dreams of kicking Trump out of office becomes more faint and more remote, and now they feel it. And they're lashing out. They don't like his success. That's why it's getting louder and more insane by the day. And the left is actually now targeting those who actually work and support President Trump. Look at this. New Jersey so-called Senator, President wannabe Cory Booker, is calling for Americans to confront Trump officials. Look at Maxine Waters. Well, she's been calling for Trump's impeachment since almost his first day in office. Well, Maxine Waters is urging supporters to accost Trump allies wherever they go. This is dangerous. Watch.
You have members of your cabinet that are being booed out of restaurants, who have protesters taking up at their house, who's saying no peace, no sleep. And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station. You get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere.
Now, naturally, those associated with President Trump, they're now being targeted by America's viciously angry left wing all over the country. They're doing it to women and children. Now, listen to what happened to Florida Attorney General. She'll join us in just a few minutes, Pam Bondi, this weekend as she goes to see the Mr. Rogers movie. Take a look.
3 huge guys came up and started probably an inch from my face, screaming at me every word in the book, cursing as loud as they could. So then my trooper came up, and my boyfriend and I got our tickets, we're headed in, and then they ran in and circled me where I could not get into the theater. They stopped me. So he came up then and stopped them. So then we went in the theater, thought it was diffused. We're up getting popcorn at the concession stand, and they came up again, just every curse word in the book. And they're this far from my face. One spit on my head. Now, I can't say that was intentional because he was yelling so loud. I don't know if it was just him spewing out of his mouth.
Picking on women and children. Now, the Attorney General will be here in a few moments. She'll give us more details on that. And she's only the latest Trump ally to be targeted. White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders was literally thrown out of this weekend in a restaurant in Lexington, Virginia, named the Red Hen. Take a look.
Many by now have heard that I was asked to leave a restaurant this weekend where I attempted to have dinner with my family. My husband and I politely left and went home. I was asked to leave because I work for President Trump. We are allowed to disagree, but we should be able to do so freely and without fear of harm. And this goes for all people, regardless of politics. Some have chosen to push hate and vandalism against the restaurant that I was asked to leave from. A Hollywood actor publicly encouraged people to kidnap my children. And this weekend, a member of Congress called for people to push back and make clear to those serving their country in this administration that they are not welcome anywhere, anytime, for anything. Healthy debate on ideas and political philosophy is important, but the calls for harassment and push for any Trump supporter to avoid the public is unacceptable.
Again, threatening women and children. What is wrong with you people on the left? And according to Sanders' father, former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee, the harassment did not end there. Listen to what he says.
Once Sarah and her family left, and of course Sarah was asked to please vacate, Sarah and her husband just went home. They had sort of had enough. But the rest of her family went across the street to a different restaurant. The owner of the Red Hen, because nobody's told this, then followed them across the street, called people, and organized a protest, yelling and screaming at them from outside the other restaurant and creating this scene.
Now, following this incident, the president tweeted out, quote, "The Red Hen restaurant should focus more on cleaning its filthy canopies, doors, and windows, badly needs a paint job, rather than refusing to serve a fine person like Sarah Huckabee Sanders. I always had a rule. If a restaurant is dirty on the outside, it's dirty on the inside." But what is dirty here is dirty political discrimination from the Red Hen, coming just a few days after our DHS Secretary, Kirstjen Nielsen, Secretary Nielsen, run out of a ADC restaurant by a group of other angry left-wing protesters. This is getting out of control. Take a look.
Secretary Nielsen, how dare you spend your evening here eating dinner as you're complicit in the separation and deportation of over 10,000 children separated from their parents.
Homeland Security Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen is in a Mexican restaurant of all places. Gold. Shame on you.
Shame! Shame!
Shame! Shame! Shame!
Shame! Shame! Shame! Shame!
Fascist pig!
And it gets worse. On Friday morning, more protesters surrounded Secretary Nielsen's home, blasting audio recordings of crying children. And as it turns out, no one associated with Donald Trump is now safe from what is now a mob mentality of the left. Not even children are safe, as you just saw with Sarah Huckabee. Last week, we first reported the president's 12-year-old son, the target of a vile attack, just like Secretary Nielsen, on Twitter from Peter Fonda. Yeah, Hanoi Jane's brother. And she tweeted in part, quote, "We should rip Barron Trump from his mother's arms, put him in a cage with pedophiles, and see if the mother will stand up against the giant blob that she's married to." Now, President Trump's 4-year-old granddaughter was also threatened on Twitter by a Canadian writer. Now, both these people, okay, they apologized for these horrific threats. Where are the arrests? You know what? You're not allowed to threaten the first family. What about Madonna? You're thinking an awful lot about blowing up the White House? Secret Service ever talked to her? Where's the compassion of the left? I thought the Democratic Party had a monopoly on love and peace and compassion. Apparently not. Now, of course, you wouldn't know the extent of this vitriol if you only watch the mainstream media. Check this out. In fact, according to a report, Newsbusters, your establishment, corrupt, destroy Trump media in America totally ignored the story about Trump's 4-year-old granddaughter. And while the left's anti-Trump rage is spinning out of control, well, some in the media, as sick as they are actually adding fuel to the fire. They can't control themselves. They've all lost it. Take a look.
The problem that Sarah Sanders had over the weekend, which is a absolutely legitimate problem, but who cares?
Should someone who lies constantly and enables the president's lies be openly welcomed in society wherever they please? Should they face any kind of social or societal pressure? I'm increasingly weighing towards yes.
Is it okay that these people can't go to restaurants and get heckled?
I think that that's speaking truth to power, literally. Let's be honest. To me, that's what America's about. People in power, speaking to them, sharing your views.
Look, you make choices in life. You make choices in life. And there is a cost to being an accomplice to this cruel, deceitful administration.
Let's just take a step back and remember all this hatred coming from the left was initially spurred over reports that children were being forcibly separated from their parents after attempting to cross the U.S.-Mexico border illegally. And it was Donald Trump last week. He never made that law. That law was passed by Congress, signed into law by another president. But he did sign an executive order halting any separation of families until Congress can step up, do their job, and change the law as they should have done a long time ago. But that didn't stop many of these crazies on the left from demonizing Donald Trump. Many cheered, for example, this Time magazine cover. You see that? There's the big, bad, horrible president and a little girl who's crying because that little girl, according to Time magazine, had been separated from her mother and father. Well, the only problem is the girl was never separated from her mother or father, ever. The magazine cover, like so much in the news today, is a lie. And Time, believe it or not, is standing by their cover for sale now at a bookstore near you. And then the media wonders why the American people call them fake news, why they chant CNN sucks. You wonder why Americans don't trust you? Now, the truth is, so many in the left-wing media, they're not fair. They're not balanced journalists, as they claim to be. Instead, they are shills. They're an extension of the Democratic Party, and that's plain and simple. And the agenda for the Democratic Party, by the way, if they get elected, is pretty simple. It's not a shock here. It doesn't matter whether the Democrats running from California, West Virginia, they're all working toward the same thing. What would they do? We're going to impeach Donald Trump, but we're not going to tell you, please, Maxine, just stop saying it. We're going to do it. Just don't say it. And then, of course, they want to keep Obamacare and open borders. Oh, and yeah, they want their crumbs back. Remember, you got the biggest tax cut ever in American history, and Nancy Pelosi called it crumbs? They want the crumbs back so they can spend your money. Now, that's why what we're now heading into, and we're going to have a lot of coverage on this, this is the most important midterm election in modern history. And like every 2 to 4 years, the Democrats were now in the crazy season, and in the crazy season, they used the same playbook, and that is a campaign of identity politics to convince you Republicans are evil. They claim Republicans are racist and sexist and misogynist and xenophobic and homophobic and Islamophobic, that Republicans want dirty dirty air and water, that they want to kill your children. And by the way, if you have a grandmother, they want to throw her over the cliff. Now, to demonstrate this absolute fact, well, tonight's a Hannity history lesson to bring you back. Let's take a look back through time at example after example of Democrats using race and gender to divide this country so that they can convince you Republicans are all evil just to win votes. They'll say and do anything for power. Take a look.
Many Republicans talk in coded racial language about takers and losers. They demonize President Obama and encourage the ugliest impulses of the paranoid fringe.
If you accept the support of Klan sympathizers before you are president, you will accept their support after you're president.
He's going to let the big banks once again write their own rules. Unchain Wall Street. They're going to put you all back in chains.
It's wrong what the leader of the Republican Party and this Congress are doing in blocking an accurate census because they don't want to count everyone that they don't think they can count on.
They are in favor of affirmative action if you can dunk the basketball or sink a three-point shot. But they're not in favor of it if you merely have the potential to be a leader in your community and bring people together. Don't tell me we've got a colorblind society.
June 7, 1998, in Texas, my father was killed. He was beaten, chained, and then dragged 3 miles to his death, all because he was black. So when Governor George W. Bush refused to support hate crimes legislation, it was like my father was killed all over again.
When you don't vote, you let another church explode. When you don't vote, you allow another cross to burn.
Yeah, that's Paul Ryan throwing Granny over the cliff. Flash forward back to today, and you think I make this up? We clearly have a whole new level of nastiness coming from the left. Some are so obsessed with hating and taking down this president that they clearly end up looking insane, which is pretty much all liberals today. Look at actor Tom Arnold, is hell-bent on trying to say anything negative, but he's having a hard time with words and answering simple questions.
Do you have any tapes of the president that the public is not already aware of?
Yes.
You can't tell me you say the content of the tapes because you want people to watch your show.
Yeah, I do. That's it.
Hold on.
That's it.
But is this about ratings for your show in September?
And we're having fun with these Trump tapes. But this is serious to me, Poppy, and I'm not effing around.
I'm asking you.
No, I'm not saying you think I am.
Did Michael Cohen tell you specifically, really just yes or no, that he is cooperating with the authorities, should charges be brought? Do you not want to answer the question?
No.
You don't want to answer the question?
Right.
Okay.
Because.
Will you let us know what you learn over the weekend, since you're spending the weekend with Michael Cohen?
No.
Best 30-second scene ever had. They said nothing. And tying Trump to a litany of conspiracies that he has nothing to do with is even harder, which brings us to our next topic, which is the deep state. Finally, welcome the Wall Street Journal. They're now casting doubt, welcome aboard, guys, on Mueller's ongoing witch hunt, claiming, quote, it's a tainted antecedent political bias. It looks like the IG report is opening everyone's eyes to what we have been showing you for nearly a year. And now 9 Republican lawmakers are now asking the Justice Department to provide the names of every person, past and present, who has worked for Mueller's probe. This comes as Rod Rosenstein and the FBI Director Wray are set up this Thursday before the House Judiciary Committee in what will be an extremely explosive and revealing hearing. And this Wednesday, disgraced FBI agent Peter Strzok, he's going to testify on Capitol Hill behind closed doors. Open the doors, show some sunlight. And finally, we have a bombshell new report from The Hill detailing detailing how the former FBI director Comey personally killed the deal between the U.S. government and WikiLeaks' Julian Assange. Now, of course, Assange is actually the one living person that we know for sure that would be able to give proof regarding the source of, quote, the emails. Listen to what Assange told me when I interviewed him in January of last year. Did Russia give you this information or anybody associated with Russia?
Our source is not a state party. So the answer for our interactions is no.
You did not get this information about the DNC, John Podesta's emails. Can you tell the American people 1,000% you did not get it from Russia or anybody associated with Russia?
We can say, we have said repeatedly over the last 2 months that our source is not the Russian government and it is not a state party.
You mean we could have gotten the truth from Julian Assange? What did Comey hiding? Or is there something we don't yet, know about? After all we've been through, make the deal. Was it Russia? Prove it. Get it from Assange. Let the American people know the truth. Now, we're going to keep digging and digging until we peel back every layer of this deep state.